Zechariah, a prophet and priest mentioned in the Bible, plays a significant role in the scriptures as a messenger of hope and restoration. According to Jehovah's Witnesses and the information available on jw.org, Zechariah is particularly known for the book bearing his name, which is rich in prophetic visions and themes of encouragement. Here's a detailed look at his life, his message, and his relevance. Background: Zechariah was the son of Berechiah and the grandson of Iddo. He is identified as a priest, indicating that his lineage was connected to the Levitical priesthood. Zechariah began his prophetic ministry during the reign of Darius the Great, around 520 BCE, a time when the Jewish exiles had returned from Babylon and were rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem. His contemporaries included Haggai, another prophet, who also encouraged the people in their efforts to complete the temple. The Book of Zechariah. The Book of Zechariah is divided into two main sections. The first 8 chapters are attributed to the prophet himself, while chapters 9 to 14 are often considered later additions or expansions that align with his themes. Zechariah's prophecies are characterized by vivid visions, angelic interpretations, and symbolic language. His book is considered one of the most messianic in the Hebrew Scriptures, foretelling many aspects of the coming Messiah's role and mission. Key themes and messages. Encouragement for the rebuilding of the temple. Zechariah, like Haggai, urged the Jews to complete the rebuilding of the temple. He assured them that their efforts were part of Jehovah's divine purpose and that the temple would become a center of worship and blessings. Jehovah's sovereignty and care. Zechariah highlighted Jehovah's active role in the restoration of Jerusalem and his care for his people. He described Jehovah as protective and attentive, comparing his love for Jerusalem to the apple of his eye. Zechariah chapter 2 verse 8. Messianic prophecies. Zechariah contains several remarkable prophecies about the Messiah. The king riding on a donkey. Zechariah chapter 9 verse 9 foretells the Messiah entering Jerusalem on a donkey, symbolizing humility and peace. This was fulfilled by Jesus Christ during his triumphal entry into Jerusalem. Matthew chapter 21 verse 5. The piercing of the Messiah. Zechariah chapter 12 verse 10 predicts that the people would look to the one whom they pierced, a prophecy applied to Jesus' crucifixion. John chapter 19 verse 37. The shepherd and the sheep. Zechariah chapter 13 verse 7 speaks of the striking of the shepherd, leading to the scattering of the sheep. Jesus referenced this prophecy to describe how his disciples would abandon him. Matthew chapter 26 verse 31. Restoration and universal worship. Zechariah envisioned a time when Jerusalem would become a source of blessing for all nations. In Zechariah chapter 14 verse 9, he prophesied that Jehovah would become king over all the earth, and universal worship would be established. Jehovah's holiness and justice. Zechariah stressed that Jehovah's standards of holiness and justice were central to the covenant. He encouraged the Jews to demonstrate faithfulness, justice, and mercy in their dealings with one another. Zechariah chapter 7 verses 9 to 10. Visions of Zechariah. In chapters 1 to 6, Zechariah recounts a series of 8 visions, each conveying important spiritual lessons. The horseman among the myrtle trees, symbolizing Jehovah's awareness of the nations and his plans for Jerusalem. The 4 horns and 4 craftsmen, representing nations that oppressed Israel and those who would overthrow them. The measuring line, a vision of Jerusalem's future prosperity and protection. Joshua the high priest, depicting the cleansing of sin and Jehovah's favor on his people. The golden lampstand and olive trees, symbolizing Jehovah's spirit empowering his servants. The flying scroll, representing the removal of wickedness. The woman in the ephah, signifying the containment of wickedness. The 4 chariots, illustrating Jehovah's judgment and sovereignty over the earth. Zechariah's legacy. Jehovah's Witnesses appreciate Zechariah for his faithfulness, courage, and vision. His prophecies encouraged the Jewish exiles to prioritize pure worship and gave them hope for a future under Jehovah's care. His writings also build anticipation for the Messianic kingdom, which is a central theme in Jehovah's Witness teachings. On jw.org, Zechariah's prophecies are often highlighted to show how Jehovah fulfills his promises and to provide encouragement for modern-day worshippers to remain faithful during challenging times. His visions demonstrate Jehovah's commitment to justice, restoration, and his ultimate purpose for humanity. Please share and like and please subscribe.